Hello, everyone, and welcome to this ninth session of our soccer season. Today, I would like to review a couple little things that we talked about in the past, and I want to ask you, for example, what types of fouls can you remember? Where is the goal kick taken from? What are offsides? Name a couple of formations. And finally, what's an indirect free kick? Hello everyone, welcome to a new session. We're going to start right away with our warm-up. Nice, easy jog first. Let's go backwards. Let's go lateral. First we can go backwards, zigzagging. And this was forward. Now we're going to go high knees. Let's go backwards first. Let's try the same thing with the butt kicks. First we're going to go backwards, then forward. Let's go push some high kicks. And some mule kicks, back leg raises. Alright, let's do some skipping. First, we're going to go backwards again. Alright, and now a few sprints. First, backwards 50%, then we're going to accelerate. Alright. Now let's go a little faster. And one more. Alright, nice. Start from the bottom to the top, doing some rotations. We're going to start with our ankles. Other direction. Okay, now we're going to do some calf raises. Some
lunges with hand raises, which are called crescent pose yoga. The raising of our hands is going to work on our hip flexors a little bit. And out. 1. Twist. For side rotations. We're going to do double. Let's do some tilts. Up, up, past the head, past the head, past the shoulder, maximum bend. Okay, chest and back, open and close. Good. For the shoulders, some arm rotations. Backwards first. And forward. And to finish with our next head rotations. Other side. And we're ready to go. This is going to be a pass and trap drill that is specifically on switching. So we're going to have one player where I'm standing, one player between the two cones, and one player where Coach Francesco is standing. So the person that is where I'm standing is going to pass the one in the middle who is checking in at the blue cone. Then that player is going to turn the ball around and pass it to Coach Francesco on the other side. And then check in at the orange cone. So basically we're switching the ball side to side across the field. All right, let's see. For this dribbling drill, we're using the coaches to do 3 lines of an obstacle course. As you can see behind me, there's a line where white cones and orange cones are, and they are wider dribbles and also have more space. Then we'll go into a line of dark blue cones where you're going to do tighter dribbles and quick touches. Finally, you're going to go through 2 sets of light blue cones and take a shot at the end of the sprint. In this drill, we're going to be doing some sprints with different speeds. One is going to be 50%, the second part is going to be 75%, the third part is going to be 100%, and then he's going to backpedal all the way. All right, let's see it. Whenever you want. 50. and 100. And back that. All right, switch. And back that.
You know how some people do different things before others? Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice.
For our shooting drill, I wanted to combine a little bit of shooting and the dribbling that we did in the last session, which was the double step. So what we're going to do is we're going to go towards the defender, which is represented by these 3 orange cones right here. So we're going to do a double step situation, and then we're going to dribble on one side or the other and take a shot on goal. All right, let's see.
As mentioned before, the 4-2-3-1 formation is one that has 4 defenders in line, 2 defensive midfielders, 3 offensive midfielders, and 1 pure forward.
And now we're going to have a little shooting challenge where every ball that we make, we go increasingly far. Let's see.
Oh no! Wait, oh! What do we have to do? I see that one shot. Wrong. Oh, I see. So I'm turning left just to give myself a
Whenever you're working on your goalie skills and whenever you don't have the benefit of having a partner that can shoot at you, you can always work on your ball handling skills. So a typical example of what you can do is throwing the ball against the ground and then making sure that you're catching in various ways. So let's see some high catches, for example. Another one that you can practice is send the ball bouncing low and then come out and pick it up. So for example, okay, now that we're at the end of this nice long workout, I want to do a little bit of stretching, okay? And the things that we want to stretch the most are our quads, our hip flexors, and our sides, okay? Because these are all muscles that contract a lot, lots of kicking. So the kicking will basically contract this, contract the quad, and contract part of the abs. Especially if you're kicking, let's say righty, okay? You have been extending your hamstring, compressing the quad, compressing the hip flexor, extending your side, but compressing this side. So let's think critically and know what we have to stretch. We don't want to stretch our hamstring because it's been stretching a lot. So what we actually want to do is stretch the front. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quad stretch. So one of the messages that we want to talk about is think critically about the things that you need to do in order to accomplish your goal. In this case, we're trying to accomplish the goal of releasing the muscles that have been doing most of the work, that have been compressing all the time, okay? And at the same time, you don't want to overstretch muscles that have been hyperextended, like the hamstrings, okay? Or for example, the side that you use, that you stretched while kicking. So again, this side has been stretched a lot. So if you did a lot of kicking with the right foot only, then you want to stretch mostly this part. Again, this was extended, this was compressed. I did a lot of shots on both sides, so I'm gonna balance it out a little bit. Okay, actually I've done a little more kicking on the left side today because I'm lefty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch my right side one extra time. So let's go maybe to 5, and then you're gonna do 5 on this side, or 10, even better if you can do 10. Then I'm gonna give it a little extra here to rebalance a little bit of all the kicking that I've done. Again, think critically, okay? I stretch my quads. What I don't want to do is stretch my hamstrings because they have been stretched already, okay? So the other thing that you can do to stretch your hip flexors is this, okay? This will stretch it a little bit. Now if you throw your chest back, you'll feel a lot more here. This will stretch your abs too. Raise your hand and you'll enhance it even more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Interestingly enough, this is actually a yoga pose called crescent pose, and it does exactly this. It stretches your abs and your hip flexors. Okay? The last thing also, lots of running, lots of calf work. So I'm gonna do the stretch by bending our knee a little bit, and this should isolate your calf. Okay, sometimes you do it by pushing the wall. But don't do it with the legs straight because that'll also engage the hamstring a little too much. So just keep your knees slightly bent. Same thing on the other side. Get a wall to push. You can do that. Again, think critically. And that should be it. One last thing is the message of the day, and this is about winning and losing. So when you lose a game, think critically again and take it as a learning experience. So rather than focusing only on the result, focus on what things can be done better. Again, think critically, accept wins and losses, and take everything as a challenge. See you next time.